Those are messed up, no. Bad news, it's to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick one time. 144, bitch.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Sharp. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count and with you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steps, them niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beat with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm repped out, tell them watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'ma walk in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok, yeah. This ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the tile. We make niggas hit the clock and with our toe fire, rain brimstone. They gon' think that you live a lie. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real. Every day while y'all just say watch. We making enemies our foot stores. We don't know nothing about the op. It's it. One try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. You don't want me to connect the dot. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to flop. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them dig the pot. Can't fit you and your man's in it, just tell him get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call him my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on mute, and then tell you that shit was hot. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beat with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is wartime. Already wait the calls. That point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whistle. Is you with us or against us? Can't stop to the zone loud. I don't think get the picture. It come from my head, I'm giving them lead. The preacher give them a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than the missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof. Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock out the book of Luke. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun harmony. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like Beetlejuice. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him bars like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a car tire. It's on mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beef with fear. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gonna be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. And I don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I heard they coming for blood. I'ma be coming for more. Give me the floor. They better come with them.
That's it. That's it. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And tonight, you got to understand that the ISUPK, we are not affiliated with anybody. The ISUPK stands completely alone from every other Christian group, Muslim mosque, fake Israelite group you can think of. The ISUPK is not affiliated with it, man. You understand me? And the ISUPK is here to bring the truth to the earth. You understand me? And what is that truth? That truth is that blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the 12 tribes of Israel. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, the Bible tells the truth, and that's the truth that we bring out under Commander General Yohana. You understand me? You got to understand, man. Black folks for a long time have been under some wicked rule in this earth, man. Black folks have been under a terrible rulership, man, and now you think that you ain't Israel. And because you think you ain't Israel, you think you don't have to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. You got to understand, man, this oppressor is very deceptive. This oppressor is very deceptive, man, and very able to destroy you and pull you off your game, man. It's like I'm about to say off your square. About to pull you off your game, man. You have a culture. Your culture is inside this Bible, man. Your culture inside this Bible. Your culture, these laws, statutes, commandments. And that's how you, by keeping those laws, statutes, commandments, that's how you become holy. That's how you get to be separate from the rest of these nations, man. That's how you become separate unto the Most High God. Not by being like these other nations, not by celebrating Christmas, not by celebrating Easter, you understand me? Not by doing the things that the world says that you are supposed to do, you understand me? Because the world is a Christian world, man. You living in a Christian world, man. You living in a world that says that it's okay to do wrong. All you got to do is get up and repent for it, and you'll be okay. When in actuality, you got to be aware of what you're doing, man. You can't be a sinner. You can't sin willfully, or there remaineth no more sacrifice for the sin. You understand me? You have no more sacrifice. So I know that ain't the topic, man. You see the topic down here at the bottom, man. Brotherhood will bring righteous rulership. That's the topic for tonight, man. Brotherhood will bring righteous rulership. Hey, Shalom, Trooper Tazar, I'm about to call you young man. Salaki. Hey, Shalom, Trooper Tazar, y'all about to man, good to see you in here, man. Look, if you got any questions, put it in the chat, man. We'll bring it out. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, you bring all your questions, man. Anybody got any questions, man, put them in the chat. We'll bring them out. We'll give you an answer according to the Bible. You understand me? We'll give you an answer according to that Bible. And I'll give y'all a minute to do that. Exactly a minute. Because tonight, man, I'm ready to get into this topic, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and natives are treated so terrible in this world, man. We're treated so terrible in this empire, in this disgusting, nasty empire you call America. We are treated so terrible, man. So terrible. And you don't even realize how terrible it is because it's a day-by-day occurrence. Do you understand me? Your oppressor says that's a political pundit for you to say that you being destroyed, blacks being destroyed by white police officers it's just a political ploy. Okay, if it's a political ploy, no sweat, but you're still being killed by oppressive police officers. You understand me? It don't make it go away just because it's not a political pundit. It's not a political ploy. You understand me? Man, black folks don't benefit from from the Republicans, the Democrats, independent, none of that, man. We don't benefit from that. Because in This empire, we are destroyed every day, every night. We are hunted every day and every night. And I know y'all know what happened, what's in the news, man. I know y'all see what's going on in the news. What's going on in the news with that brother Jordan Neely, man. With that man Jordan Neely. I know you saw that. I know you saw that. Commander General Hunter brought it out last night on America on 5, man. Commander General Hunter be bringing this out so true, man. But we're gonna get into that tonight, man. The first scripture we're gonna pull is gonna be Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, man. I don't see any questions, man, so we're gonna get into the class. But yeah, the first scripture we're gonna pull is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. I'm gonna make it a little bit big for y'all, man, so you can see it. See that help. Okay. All right. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2 says this: when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So you got to break it down, man. You got to take the scripture, you got to break it down piece by piece, man. You can't take the scripture and just read verses 1 through however many verses you want to read. You understand me? You got to take a verse and break it down piece by piece. And you have to read every single part of it and understand it. And this part is very easy. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So if the righteous are in authority, what does it mean to be righteous? We've broken this down before. To be righteous means that you're keeping the law. You understand me? Not somebody that's not keeping the law of the Most High God. The people that are keeping the law of the Most High God. These are righteous. It says, it shall be for our righteousness. The law, statutes, and commandments are for our righteousness. That's how we prove that we are righteous. So when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And what you can see right now in this earth is that the wicked are in authority. The wicked are in rulership. You don't believe me? Walk with me for a second. Let's look at this video. Walk with me for just 2 seconds and let's see what happened to that brother Jordan Neely. Ask that brother Jordan Neely. I'm sure he will tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that that brother knows that the wicked are in rulership. You understand me? That brother knows that the wicked are in rule. Ooh, that's what's up. Let's find a little trick on this little system, man. I'll be learning as I go. You understand? So let's go and get a little bit of this video, man. Let's see what kind of rulership we under right now. Let's get an example of some rulership we are under right now. Because remember, Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 says what? That the righteous, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Let's see if the people are rejoicing or if the people are mourning. All right? Let's see what's going on.
He was a talented Michael Jackson impersonator performing on the New York subway and in Times Square. Everybody catch that! Everybody! Now Jordan Neely's tragic death in a chokehold on the same subway where he once entertained passengers is causing an uproar.
Justice for Jordan Neely! Justice for Jordan Neely!
So, you see that? He said Jordan Neely was a person and a Michael Jackson impersonator on the subway. You understand me? It says he was a Michael Jackson impersonator on the subway, and he would do this on the streets. As you saw him dancing on the streets, you saw him dancing on the train. He would do his impersonations wherever he was, out and about. You understand me? But you can see what happens right here towards the end of that little clip that I showed. What happened right there towards the end of that clip is what? That you saw people in tumult. You saw these people tumultuous. You understand me? You saw these people mourning. You saw these people upset, aggravated, because they have lost something. That's what mourning means. You have lost something. You are lost somebody, you lost something, and you're very upset about it. You understand me? And what you see right now is these people being mourning. So that tells you that there's a certain type of people that's in authority that are not righteous. That's these wicked people that are in rulership. These wicked are in rule of the people that we are of over us. So like, you understand me? And Shalom says, good to see you. Yashma Lataba Shem Shah. So that's what it is, right? You see, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. You see that. And these people are crying out for Jordan Neely. They are mourning, man. They're absolutely mourning. So let me ask you a question. Why do you think Neely was dancing on the subway in doing his Michael Jackson impersonation, right? You can tell, like, I'm sure an oppressor will be like, why don't he just go get a job? Why don't he just go do something positive with his life? That's what they see, man. That's what, man, I've heard them say it out their own mouths, man. These oppressors will look at a black man sitting on the side of the corner, sitting on the street, sitting on a bench and during a work time, asking the question, why doesn't he get up and get a job? Why can't this brother just sit on the bench? Why can't this brother just do his Michael Jackson impersonation? Why can't he just do that, what he wants to do? But you understand, you gotta fit in the box for this oppressor, man. You gotta do what this oppressor wants you to do, but he thinks you should do. You understand? That's what this oppressor wants from you. He wants you to do everything that he wants you to do, and none of the things that you want to do. You understand me? Doesn't that sound familiar? Isn't that what happened with Moses? Isn't that what happened with Moses and Pharaoh? Didn't Moses tell Pharaoh, let us go so we can go serve our God? And what did Pharaoh say? No, you can't go. He didn't let him go because he had us in bondage, man. They had us in bondage, and it's no different than today, man. We are still in bondage, and we still cleave unto this oppressor and unto this system, man. You don't believe me? Let me ask you this. Why don't you let go of those things that you love so dearly, like eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? But you don't want to because you like it. What Boosie say? Boosie, man, I watched a video this weekend, man. Officer Picard put me on this, man. I saw this video of Boosie saying he was eating some sausage for breakfast or something like that. I'm sure it was some poke sausage. He was eating some poke sausage for breakfast, and he said, man, I can't be in no religion that won't let me eat what I want to eat. He said, this is what Boosie said. He said, I can't be in that if it won't let me eat. I can't eat pork. Man, stop it. You know what I mean? Now, he says that, then he also said that if God came down and told him to stop eating pork right then, he put up the middle finger and said, man, forget you, God. I'm going to eat this pork. I'm going to eat this pork. You know what I'm saying? He said, go on now. I'm going to eat this pork. That's what they want to do. Man, this is how destroyed we are, man. This is how we think because we want to eat this pork. We want to eat this shrimp, crab, and lobster. And you don't understand the insidious thing about it. So, like, you don't understand the insidious part of it. That this oppressor has taught you to eat that, and now you are no longer holy unto God. You are no longer separate unto him. Now you are just like the heathen. Now you just like everybody else, and no longer separate unto the Most High God. You understand me? Because you want to eat that. Because you want to celebrate Christmas. Because you want to celebrate Thanksgiving. You don't understand, man, that by celebrating Thanksgiving, you are being a Christian. By celebrating Christmas, you are being a Christian. And you have to come out of that, man. You got to come out of that, bro. You got to stop that. Because by you doing that, you're going to continue to see what happens to our brothers Jordan Neely. You're going to continue to see that more and more and more. Because you don't understand that you have a wicked ruler over you. This wicked ruler is going to destroy you. You understand me? But let me get back to it. So why you think he was on the train impersonating Neely, impersonating Michael Jackson? So like, you know what I mean? Could it possibly be that it's hard for a black man in America to get a job? Huh? Could it be that, you know what I mean, if a brother got a record, that he can't get a corporate America job? That a brother with a record can't get a job answering Salaki working on a spaceship? You know what I'm saying? He can't get no job like that. A brother with a felony, man, he can't do that, man. He can't have that type of job. A brother with a felony, a brother with a record, a brother with history, he can only do certain things, man. He can only get a job at the McDonald's. He can only get a job doing hard labor, man. You understand me? And if you destroy it like this, brother, man, you might not be able to hold that job down. So could it be that it's difficult for a black man in America? Could it be that it's difficult for blacks, Hispanics, and Native men and women in America? I think there's something you could agree to that is difficult. You know what I mean? And if it's not that, could it be that this brother is mentally ill? This brother's dancing on the subway in Michael Jackson. He's dressed up as Michael Jackson on the subway dancing. You understand? Like, I'm not saying, bro, if you want to dance up like Michael Jackson, go ahead and do your thing. I ain't tripping that. But I'm just saying, could it be that there's a mental thing? There's a mental illness there? You got to understand that there's 65% of African-American youth experience some type of traumatic events, man. 65%. These are the ones that reported a traumatic experience. 65%. These are the ones that reported it. That doesn't include the amount that didn't report it. The ones that didn't step up and say, my uncle molested me, my brother molested me, my mama or daddy touched me. That's not the ones that stepped up and said that. There's 65% of the ones that were brave enough and courageous enough to say something about it. You understand? Now, of that 65%, so like you, of your Black American population, only 25% of Black people seek mental health treatment when needed. So 65% have experienced a traumatic experience as a youth. That doesn't include what you can experience as an adult. That doesn't include what you can experience on your job, the traumatic experience you can get on your job. That don't include that. That only talks about your youth. And then of Black people, only 25% get the help that they need. So could it be that the brother Jordan Neely had a mental illness? I think it's possible. And as you go on into this report, they actually tell you that he had a mental illness, that he had a problem. And because he had this problem, man, look, man, this is what I say, man. Look, you can get that you can have this mental illness and nobody's going to help you, bro. This got me another scripture, man. This Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, man. Deuteronomy 28, verse 68 says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So you already know what that's talking about. That's talking about transatlantic slave trade. By way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. And we sold unto our enemies? When we brought over here on slave ships and sold unto our enemies? For bond men and bond women? And then what it says, and no man shall buy you, man. And what does that buy you mean? Does that mean that nobody's going to buy us? We got bought on the slave trade, on the slave blocks, on those auction blocks. We were purchased. So obviously that doesn't mean that. So when you go and you actually look at the scripture, you can see that no man is going to save you. Nobody's going to save you, man. No man is going to save you because you didn't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You have a curse on you. We have a curse on us, Black people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. So Jordan Neely had an issue with him, man. He had a real issue that he had a mental illness, and nobody was there to help him, man. Nobody was there to redeem him. Nobody was there to save that brother, man. Nobody was there to save that brother, man. But what I can tell you today, and what I can tell you right now, is that the ISUPK is saving Black men all over America. You understand me? We're saving Black men all over America that come to the ISUPK. You can get saved. You can get off them drugs. You understand me? You can get off them, you can get off that cocaine. You can get off the killing your brothers, man. You can get off sleeping with whores. You can get off that, man. You can become a better person by coming into the ISUPK. You can understand what it means to stand up and be a good man. That's what you get when you come to the ISUPK. You understand me? Under command of General Yohana. But no man saved Jordan Neely, man. These folks were standing around recording what happened to this brother. And nobody did anything for him. Nobody stepped up and said, look, man, stop. Nobody stepped up and helped that brother. You understand me? Nobody did that. So that brought me to another scripture, man. As a matter of fact, now let me get back to the video. Let me get back to the video real quick. Because it keep getting deeper in here, man. It keep getting deeper on here, man. I'm going to get it down here. I'm going to give y'all a little. Nah, that's in the way. I just put it like this. I got to be careful about what part I show because I don't want to get clipped. I don't want to get clipped. You know what I mean? So let me get this up real quick. Let me just play it in the background. Let me just get to my minute mark. I ain't writing my minute mark.
30-year-old Jordan Neely was not impersonating Michael Jackson when he boarded a subway train in Lower Manhattan. His life had apparently fallen apart. Witnesses say he was hostile and threw garbage at them. He reportedly screamed, "I don't have food. I don't have drink. I don't mind going to jail and getting life in prison. I'm ready to die."
Wait a minute. Let's break that. Let's hit it one more time, man. I want to hit it one more time. I kind of messed y'all up. I kind of messed you up. Let me get it one more time, man. One more time. Say that one more time. What was going on with him now? What's your name? I don't know who this is. I don't know this.
Life had apparently fallen apart. Witnesses say he was hostile and threw garbage at them. He reportedly screamed, "I don't have food. I don't have drink. I don't mind going to jail and getting life in prison. I'm ready to die."
This man says, I don't have food. I don't have drink. I don't mind going to jail and getting life in prison. I am ready to die. Man, what that tell you right there, man? What does that tell you, man? What makes you, what comes to mind when you see that, man? What comes to mind when you think of that, bro? You know what I mean? What comes to mind when you see this, bro? When you hear your brother say, I don't have food, I don't have drink, I don't mind going to jail and getting life in prison. This brother said, I don't mind going there. This brother was under some kind of real messed up situation to say that I don't mind going to jail for life. Damn right. That brother definitely had a demon under. Damn right, sis. That brother definitely had a demon under him. He had a demon on him, man. You know what I mean? And he didn't know how to deal with it. That's why we say you should come to the ISUPK and let us help you deal with these demons, man. Help you deal with those demons that you have on you, bro. Because that's what you need, man. That's what we need. For this brother to say that I don't have food, I don't have drink, I don't mind going to jail and getting life in prison. Look, man, I can tell you right now, the people in prison that got life don't want life. They don't want life. So this brother telling you this, he's saying something, man. He's saying something that he's having trouble. But I can tell you this. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48 says this. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, man. That's what he said. We're going to serve in hunger and in thirst. And this brother just told you that he didn't have no food. He didn't have no drink. He didn't have nothing, man. He didn't have anything. He's living out the curses right here in front of you, man. We're living these curses out right here in front of you, literally. And what he do? He don't have food, he don't have drink. So what he do? He dress up like Michael Jackson, go out here and dance for a couple of pennies, dance for a couple of dollars, whatever change you might throw him. But he ain't got nothing. This brother Jordan Neely ain't have nothing. He didn't have anything. He was ready to die. I tell you something, man. That's what you need inside the ISUPK, man. That's what you need in these brothers, man. You need these brothers that are willing to do whatever it takes in this brotherhood to defend our brothers, to defend our sisters, to defend our children, to defend this culture that we have inside the ISUPK, defend this truth that we have in the Bible. You understand me? That's what you got to have, man. You got to have that type of mentality. But this brother didn't have that, man. This brother he had a mentality, but the problem is he had a demon on him that he couldn't deal with. This brother could have been a powerful brother in this truth, man. He could have been a powerful brother in this truth. But unfortunately, he was unalived by somebody that didn't care about him. He was under wicked rulership. This brother, unfortunately, was under wicked rulership. It's a terrible thing, man. It's a terrible thing, man. That we have to serve this oppressor in thirst, in hunger, in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And that's what you see right here, man. You see this with Jordan Neely. This is just a representation. But it's happening to us all, man. It's happening to blacks, Hispanics, and natives all over the world, man. It's happening to Israelites all over the world. That we are being destroyed by this oppressive system that you call America. We're being destroyed by this oppressive system that you call Christianity. We're being destroyed by white supremacy, man. Because all those three things I just mentioned are all one and the same. It's America, Christianity, white supremacy. All of that are the same thing. And all of those things are destroying blacks, Hispanics, and natives. And it's killing us so we can't have brotherhood amongst one another. Because we don't know how to love each other, man. Your Christian pastor ain't teaching you how to love your brother. Your Christian pastor ain't told you how to say, you know what? I forgive you, brother. Your Christian pastor ain't taught you to do that. Your Christian pastor ain't told you to say, hey, look, you see somebody out here on the train and he needs some money. Get that brother some money, man. Get that brother some money so he can go feed himself. Your Christian pastor hasn't taught you that if you see somebody on the train getting choked out, go help the brother. Try to stop them from choking your brother out on the train. But what does your Christian pastor tell you? Your Christian pastor tell you to mind your business. Be careful. That ain't you. That ain't your business. Huh? That's what your Christian pastor tell you, man. How do I know that? Because I was in the Christian church. I know. That's what he's saying. So it's incumbent upon us in the ISUPK as priests of the Lord to teach the truth, man. To teach that you should love your brother. The Bible says that there is no greater love than he that shall lay down his life for a friend. You know what I mean? There's no greater love than he that will lay down his life for a friend. But if you're not willing to do that, man, you don't love your brother, man. The Bible says, Yahushua said himself, he says that first you must love God, and love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy mind, and all thy soul. And the second is like unto it, that you should love your brother as yourself. Now, if you was getting choked out by somebody and you wanted to be saved from that, would you want somebody to come save you for that? You gotta love your brother as yourself, man. That's all I'm trying to say. Man, damn right, sis. They pull out their phones and record, man. That's what they do, man. Instead of stepping up to say something, man. Instead of stepping up to even like, hey, bro, look, stop. You know what I mean? Stop. Get off the brother. You gonna kill him. Stop. I did see on this clip one person said that, but they choked the brother for 15 minutes, man. They choked him for 15 minutes. There's only one person said something. Did nobody else say, hey, man, get off the brother, man. Get off. That's enough. Stop. Nobody said this? Nobody else said that. Because the brother I don't know if it was a brother or not, but the person that said you're going to unalive him said it from behind the camera. It's a terrible thing, man. It's a terrible thing, bro. But Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness of want. All things, man. That's what we're doing in this empire, man. That's what we do around the world, man. That's what we do around this world. And you can think that America's doing great. You can think that you're doing good. That you got a good job. You got a good job, man. You a manager at your job. You on top of the world. But you got to understand, man, that this is not just about you. It's not just about your friend. This is about all of us. And where are we as a people? Where are we as a nation? That's where we at with this, man. You know what I mean? So this brother was upset, man. He says, let me get back to the topic. I got off the topic for a little bit. He says, I don't have food. I don't have drink. I don't mind going to jail. I don't mind going to jail and getting life in prison. I'm ready to die, man. That was another verse that pulled this up, man. He says, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. I think you can admit that this brother was mad, man. This brother was mad. This brother was upset. This brother was angry. This brother was going through some things. And surely oppression will do that if you are a wise person. Damn right. Damn right, sis. Act like they're scared for their lives when all along the brother was needing help. Damn right, man. And look, man, the time for Brother Jordan Neely has passed, right? Like, you can't help that brother. But now you have an opportunity to help your brothers. You know what I mean? And not just you, sis, all of us. You know what I mean? We have an opportunity to help our people, man. If you see your brother in the street and they need help, help the brother, man. If a brother needs some money, man, give that brother a little bit of money, man. You know what I mean? If you can spare it, give the brother some money, man. Oh, he gonna just drink it up. Man, let the brother drink, man. Man, we all under this oppressive society, man. We all trying to live our lives, man. We all trying to live the best that we can. But come to find out, you trying to tell this brother he can't have a beer to get a break from his oppression? You ain't a brother, man. You're not a brother. But let's get back to it. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. But when we read this scripture, because we out on the corner screaming and yelling and say, man, y'all so angry. Y'all wearing all that black. Y'all so angry. Y'all so upset, man. You know why we upset? Because we understand. We know the truth. We have wisdom inside of this ISUPK on the Commander General Yohana. We have wisdom. And we know that we are under some oppression, under a terrible oppression. And we mad about it. And we mad about it. You understand? And that's what it is, man. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. I just told you, man, like, you think that you get selected for your job to be a manager. You get selected to be your job to be a president, to be over some things, to be over some stuff. But in actuality, that's just a gift, man. You're a token. You're a token Negro, man. You're a token Negro. You know what I mean? So don't let that destroy your heart, man. Keep the zeal that you have for your people. Don't just say, "Oh man, I put in all this work. I got this job. They raised me up as my slave, and now I don't care about my people no more." You can't be that kind of brother, man. Don't be that kind of brother, man. Don't think that just because they have raised you up to be over something doesn't mean that they won't just throw you down next week. You understand? Because at the end of the day, it's still a slave. That's what we call in the ISUPK. It's just a job, man. You fall out of your job today, they're going to have somebody in there tonight. You understand? They're going to have somebody doing your job tonight. These slaves don't care about you, man. These slaves don't care about you like that, man. So don't ever think that these folks care about you to the point where they're going to, where they need you. You know what I'm saying? They need you right now to do the job. They'll find somebody else. But that's it, man. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. I'm right. Look, let's get on to the next part, man. I got my minute marker right here. I'm ready to go now. Let me get on down to where I wanted to get to. So, before we get to it, man, let me ask you this question. Let me ask y'all this question, man. Hey, Shalom, young man, Mom. Good to see you in here, brother. Good to see you in here, brother. But yeah, man, before I play this part, man, let me ask y'all a question, man. So, what do you think your politicians should say about this? What do your politicians should say about the unaliving of Jordan Neely? What should your politicians say about that? Or what do you think they said about it? What y'all think they said about it? You think they said, "Oh man, it's terrible, man. We need to go look out for this, man. We need to see what's going on, man. Investigate this problem and see what's going on with this situation." Huh? What they say about that, man? What you think these politicians, man, said about this? You voted for them, you put them in office, so obviously they care about you and what you're concerned about. Couldn't even say that with a straight face, like. So let's see what these politicians said about Jordan Neely, man, and his situation. All right.
Firebrand New York Congresswoman AOC posted.
Damn right. Hold on, man. Let me get back on here. Look, they said Firebrand. They said Firebrand AOC. Firebrand AOC, man. They said she in there causing fire, man. She lighting fire to the streets, man. They said what they did to this brother is wrong. This is a firebrand. So if she a firebrand, I know she said something. She had to say something. Sis said they said it was justified or kept silent. See, like sis might know something. Let's see what they said about it. But yeah, so the Firebrand AOC had comments. Let's see what Firebrand AOC had to say about it.
Jordan Neely was murdered, but because Jordan was houseless, the murderer gets protected.
Jordan Neely was unalived, but because Jordan was houseless, the murderer gets protected. That's what she says. So because Jordan Neely was houseless, we're not even gonna say homeless. You don't even say that. Look, man, everything is so political, man. Everything's so political. It says because he was houseless, the murderer gets protected. The unalive gets protected. Man, look, man. I know plenty of houseless, I say it like she said. I know plenty of houseless people out here in these streets, and they're not getting murdered. They're not getting unalived. They're not getting unalived. And if they do get unalived, the police are still pursuing what happened to them. How do I know this? Because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. A young teenager can go out to the homeless community and murder and unalive somebody. And they're going to pursue what happens. They're going to pursue it. Sometimes, so like I say like this, sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't, right? But for this situation right here, I don't think it happened because he was houseless. Because he'd been houseless for a long time, right? He'd been houseless for a minute. But I can tell you right now, if he was on the subway and he was not a black, Hispanic, or native, somebody would have got involved, man. Somebody would have got involved and said, hey, don't do that to that man. But this person, they didn't do nothing for him, not because he's houseless, but because of the color of his skin. Because of the color of his skin, they did that. They unalived this man and let him go because of the color of his skin. And it's just this point right here where she said it was because he's houseless, man. You don't even want to deal with the root of the problem. The root of the problem is not that he's houseless. The root of the problem is that we are black in America, and we are living on an oppressive system. And this oppressive system is pushing down on blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Not because we're houseless, but because we're black. You understand? Let's keep it going.
Mayor Eric Adams is calling her post irresponsible.
Let the investigation take its course.
John Miller, CNN's chief law enforcement analyst.
And then the mayor says she called it irresponsible for her to even say something about it. She said it was irresponsible to say that. Because he said, let's get all the facts. We got to get all the facts, man. We got to get all the facts. That's what he says. Says it's always an excuse when it's our bloodshed to protect their own. They will justify it with excuse. So like sis, you so right. You so right, man. You so right. As a matter of fact, that made me think about this one right here. What my scripture at? Let me get my scripture. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Zechariah 11 and 5 says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not, man. This is what you're seeing. That's what you see, man. Our own shepherds don't pity us at all, man. AOC says he's houseless. Not that he's a black man. And then the mayor, that's a black man. This mayor says, let the investigation continue. Let's continue on. Let's keep going. Just let it go, man. Let it go. Don't let it worry about it, man. Just let the investigation continue. Don't worry about it. We'll figure out. The truth is gonna come out. Man, you have no pity for us, man. Zechariah 11 and 5, man, says that these shepherds pity them not. He has no pity for us, man. He has no pity for the situation blacks, Hispanics, and natives are in. None. You saw how busy he was, man. He on a date, man. He trying to go get this steak dinner, man, with his real man. He got a 7 o'clock appointment. So he got a 7 o'clock reservation at the steak restaurant spot. At the steak restaurant. Yeah, I mean, he ain't got time to talk about what's going on with Jordan Neal. He got to get to this steak and salad. That's what he got to do. Man, these the shepherds that's over us, man. These shepherds don't have no care for us, man. They don't have no care for us. You know what I mean? They don't have no care for us, man. It says these possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Says you are absolutely on it, man. They justify it with an excuse and hold themselves not guilty. They justify it with an excuse, man. With an excuse. They hold themselves not guilty, bro. That's what they do. So, and then you're going to see this, and as we continue on in this video, man, you'll see it. How now, at the end of the video, after this brother has been unalived, now you say what? What you got to say about it? That all these things happened. All these things went on. All these things were happening. But what's your conclusion? What's your conclusion?
Neely had a record of 42 arrests, including 3 for assaulting women. He reportedly suffered from schizophrenia.
So they said he had 42 arrests, 3 assaults that happened on women. Now, you know you can't assault a woman. That's against our laws. That's against our laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So I'm not saying that he's righteous in that he's doing right for that. But you try to say that because he was unalived, now you got to bring up the 42. You got to bring up the 42 arrests that he had. The 42 arrests have nothing to do with the fact that you have unalived this brother. Have nothing to do with it, man. Nothing. But you bring it out like it's something that has to do with it. Oh, you've been arrested 42 times. 3 attacks on women. Look, bro. It don't matter, man. You unalived this brother, and that needs to be addressed. That's because you have wicked authority over us, man. You have a wicked authority over us, man. That's what it is, man. We have a wicked authority. And now what this authority does, and they try to find a way to justify what's going on inside of it. Justify what has happened. Justify that, oh, okay, it was Jordan. It was just like, what's the brother? Mike Brown. What happened to that brother Mike Brown, man? They said he was stealing some candy out of the store or whatever he was stealing. I don't know what they're stealing. And then the police unalived him in the middle of the street. But because he stole candy, that justifies it. Because his brother was arrested 42 times, that justifies it. And now you're going to have feminists out here. These feminists out here are going to hear, oh, I don't know what's going on with that. Let me fix that. And now you're going to have some feminists out here that say, okay, yeah, my fault. That's throwing me out, man. So let me get back on. You're going to have these feminists out here that say, oh, he assaulted a woman. He assaulted a woman. Oh, that's a problem, man. He assaulted a woman. We got to do something about that. So this brother has assaulted a woman, and we have to do, like, he knew he was wrong for that, and he deserved it. Now, if you're an ignorant feminist, that's what you'll say. If you are just a puppet for this white supremacy system, that's what you'll say. But you'll never think about the brother and the brotherhood that we should have between one another. So, like, God said they already knew he was mentally disturbed anyway, probably supposed to have been committed to some facility. The system failed him all the way around. Damn right. And Salakia, if I could, I'll modify your statement. The system didn't fail him. The system didn't fail that brother, man. That's what the system was set up to do. This system was set up to destroy you, man. We just read it in the scripture. The system was designed to destroy us. So in this situation of Jordan Neely, the system worked perfectly. The system worked absolutely perfectly. And if they don't find the brother if they don't find the oppressor that choked him to death, that's A+ for what happened to that brother inside this oppressive system. Under this rulership, that system worked excellently. That system has not failed that brother. That system has worked on that brother. And that's why you gotta have brotherhood, man. That's why this has to burn, man. America gotta go, man. The system that we under in this country, that's why it's got to go, man. That's absolutely why it has to go. You understand? This is why, man, because this system that we're under is not for us, man. This ain't for us. It's not going to help you. You going to vote for the next president, it ain't going to help you. You vote for this next oppressors, it don't matter who it is. Let it be Hillary Clinton. Let it be Joe Biden. Let it be Donald Trump. Let it be whoever, man. They're not coming to help blacks, Hispanics, and natives. And they can continue to put our children in the borders, man. They're going to continue to put our children in these borders down here at the border, man. You understand me? They're going to continue to put our brothers' children down there. They're not going to do anything for us. They're not going to help us. They're not going to say, hey, man, we got to stop bringing these drugs in this country. They're not going to do that. They're not going to say, hey, look, man, we know that we have legalized selling marijuana now. Marijuana has been legalized to be sold in different states now. I guess inside those states, we probably should look at all of the brothers that are behind bars because of that and let them go free. They're not going to do that. This system is not set up for us, man. The system is working perfectly. It's working in tip-top shape. But the way that we can destroy this, you know what I mean? The way that we can destroy this system is by having brotherhood. And since I understood what you said. It's like, you know what I mean? I understood what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. It did, in the way that you said it, it absolutely did fail him. But I'm just saying, man, the system we under right here, bro, this is designed to destroy us. It's designed to decimate us. It's designed to unalive us, man. You're not designed to live in this oppressive system and be successful. Not us, not blacks, Hispanics, and natives, man. Nah. We're not designed to be successful here, bro. We're not designed for that. What we're designed to do is be subservient to these oppressors and make them filthy rich. You're designed to make them filthy rich. The scripture was Zechariah 11:5. I read it again. It says, whose possessors slay them, hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord. For them that sell us, they're selling us, man. The mayor is selling us because they're making money off us. These folks are making money off us, man. They're making money off of our oppression. They're making money off our oppression, man. They're making money off of your off of you going out here selling drugs to your brother, man. Yeah, you might have made $20 off that little sale. But at the end of the day, when you go to jail, you being a bunkmate is gonna make this government way more money than what you could have got for making that couple of sales, for selling them bowls, for selling them packs, whatever it is that you sell. You being a bunkmate in jail is gonna make this government way more money than you could have ever made out here on the streets. The system is not for us, man. The system that we are under, it ain't designed to work for us. This system ain't designed to be nothing for us other than what it is doing, other than what it is right now. It's designed to destroy us and to make money off of us. Now, yeah, they might say, all right, yeah, you can make it through the system. You can be your token black person. We'll give you a little power. Give you LeBron James. We'll give you a little bit of power. You build you a school. You go out here and play basketball. You be a superstar. Make these millions. And then turn around and tell these black folks that racism ain't real. Racism ain't a thing, man. That's just it's a figment of your imagination. What you got to do is go out here and work hard. You got to go out here and work hard for this oppressor. You got to go out here and be a good little person. Good, I want to say nigga. You know what I mean? You got to be a good little person. That's what you got to be. You have to be a good little, like what I said. You got to be a good little church person. You got to be a good little Christian. You got to be a good little Christian American. You understand? That's what it is, man. That's what LeBron James is doing. He does it. That's what all these athletes do. That's what all of these politicians do. They motivate you to be a good little American citizen, Christian American citizen. That's what you got to be in this oppressive system. But even by you being that, you're not going to come up. You're not going to come up, man. Because look at what happened to those people look at what happened with Dylan Roof, man. Dylan Roof went inside that church where they was trying to be good little Christian American people, Christian American citizens, whatever it is. And they unalived him. He unalived 9 of them. And they put him in the police car, fed him Burger King, pat him on the back, say, good job, soldier. Good job, soldier. Let's do it again. You know what I mean? Like, this is the system that we under, bro. This is the system that we have to deal with. This is the system that we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. That's why we say it's got to go, man. And what has happened is when we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're going to see, man, that this empire right here is totally going to be destroyed, man. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 15 says, beware of false prophets, man, who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. That's what that man is, man. He came to you in sheep clothing and said, you know what, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. But then what happened when it's time for him to help? I ain't worried about you. It says, ye shall know them by their fruits. Verse 16, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? What's their fruits, man? What happened with Jordan Neely? What happened when they asked him a question about Jordan Neely? He ain't got time. I'm too busy. We're going to follow the investigation. Yeah, we're going to get to the bottom. He ain't got time to say, man, what happened to that brother is wrong. He's not going to go out here on the street corners and tell you, hey, man, this is a problem. We need to do something about this. He's not going to do that. That's what the ISUPK do. That's our job. We go out here in these street corners and say, hey, what has happened to our brother is a problem, and you need to do something about it. Or we going to do something about it. Now, listen, I ain't trying to say you go out here and unalive nobody. I ain't telling you go out here and commit no crimes. But what I am telling you to do is keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And when your house shall crack that sky, it's on. He coming back to save us, to give salvation unto us. You understand? 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19 says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. So yeah, you could say that he was wise. Yeah, he was wise for not saying anything because he don't want to set his ground. He don't want to say, he don't want to set up and say, this is my point, this is my position, and then be wrong, right? You could say that's wise according to the world, according to the earth, that would be a wise thing, right? To say, all right, because it could come out that the brother was abusive to women, that the brother was a drug user, the brother was mentally ill. Now, because of all of that, that doesn't justify the unaliving of that brother. That don't justify that, man. It says, for the wisdom of the world is foolishness with God. That's foolish, man. It's foolishness. But yeah, man, that's why we say America has to burn, bro. America has to burn, man. It absolutely has to go. It absolutely has to go. Let's get over here to let's get over here to, we get back to the Bible, man. We're going to get back to the Bible real quick. We're going to read a couple of scriptures, then we're going to call it a class. The first scripture we're going to pull is Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah chapter 14. Let's see what the Bible says over there in Isaiah chapter 14. We'll start at verse 1. We're going to just take our time, man. America got to go, man, and it's going to go. America ain't going to last forever, man. It looks like, man, it looks like America will last forever. You know what I mean? It looks like it because that's the propaganda that they put forth. They put forth that, oh, man, America was supposed to be here. Manifest destiny, man. I said I'm going to do a class on that. Manifest destiny. That America, and what is manifest destiny? That America was set up for this oppressor. America was set up for this oppressor. It was set up to be what it is and be for this oppressor and what everything he wants to do. You know what I mean? Look, before we get into that, I want to do this. Let me show you this image of manifest destiny. Just real quick, man. I'll just do it real quick. I already know where it's at. I already know where it's at, man. Look. Open image. Look, man. Look, this is manifest destiny right here, right? And you would think, you know, we'll do it like this because it's a little bit more definition there. Yeah. So this is manifest destiny, right? Manifest destiny was the idea that America was for this oppressor. America was set up for this oppressor. It was supposed to be taken over by him. It was supposed to be for him. It wasn't for anybody else. It was only for him. And you can see in this image, what do you see in this image, man? Can you see it real good? Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for y'all, man. Because this is something that we got to bring out, man. I got to bring this out. This is crazy to me, bro. Let's see. I'll give it two. Bear with me. Yes, that's what I like. All right, so look. So lucky. Just 2 minutes, man. Just bear with me, man. This is important. All right, hold on. We almost there. Here it is. This is manifest destiny. All right. So this is your manifest destiny. Like I said, manifest destiny was set up like this. This was the oppressor's idea that he should take over America because America was run by these Indians, right? It was run by these so-called heathens, run by these so-called what they call them, ignorant. They call them all kind of names. They call them ignorant, heathens, savages. That's the word I was looking for. It was run by these savages. That's what they say, right? They said that. But they said with the manifest destiny, we're going to run the savages off of our land. We're going to run the buffalo off of our land. We're going to clear all of this. And look, you can see even the animals, man, how they running. Man, it's terrible. And what is it being followed by? By this great, big oppressor with her blonde hair and blue eyes. By this oppressor, by this train, by this electricity. It's going to be all overtaken by that. That's what it was. And it was even said that it was going to be done by by providence of God, that God wanted them to take it over. God wanted these oppressors to take over this, that God wanted us to take the land from the savages, who was our Israelite brothers, our Gadite and Reubenite brothers, our native brothers. You know what I mean? That's what it says. But in actuality, man, all it is, and this is the propaganda. This is the propaganda that this person here or these people are going to take over this land, and it's going to be for them and not for them and not for you and not for anybody else, only for them. And everything is going to be for the benefit of these people. Everything for the benefit of these people. So where do you fit in? Where are blacks, Hispanics, and natives? So like we see where the natives are. Where the blacks and Hispanics? Let me show you where they at. They're over here on these boats coming in to do the work. You see my mouse? you don't see my mouse. There you go. They coming in on the boats over here, coming in, man. You were already part of the Manifest Destiny. They had a plan for you. They had a plan for what blacks and Hispanics were going to be doing in this new empire. It shows you right here. You on the boat, man. You coming in because you're going to build up this empire. But I'm telling you, man, this Manifest Destiny nonsense is for nothing, man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into it, man. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into it in another class. But you got to understand, man, that this empire that it is today is going to burn. It's not going to last forever, man. The propaganda will tell you that it's going to last forever, but it's absolutely not, man. It's absolutely going to end, and it's going to go away. If you don't believe me, let's read the Bible. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Who is Jacob? Jacob is Israel. The Lord will have mercy on Israel and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. That's what the scriptures say, man. I'm not saying that. That's what the scriptures say. It says that these strangers are going to be joined with us, and they shall cleave to us just as we cleave to America today. Just like we cleave to this country today. Just like we cleave to them today. This is how they're going to cleave to us. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. That's what the Bible says, man. The Bible says we're going to rule over these oppressors. We're going to be over these oppressors, and they're going to be our handmaids and our servants, just like we are their servants and handmaids today. You understand? Just like it is today. It says that we're going to be that. We're going to be the ones that rule over their oppressors, over our oppressors. So, like, we're going to do that. You understand? That's the truth, man. He says that he shall have mercy on Jacob, man. And how is he going to give us mercy? By us coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. By putting down the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. By putting down the sleeping with whores. By making whores out of these daughters of Israel. By murdering your brother, selling dope to your brother. By doing all these things that go against being God and go with being a Christian. You got to stop that. You got to stop being Christian. You got to get that out your mind. That Christianity stuff is not going to save us. You got to stop that and come back to your culture inside this Bible. You understand? That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do, man. We got to do that. It says that the Lord will have mercy on us, man, and will set us in our own land. That's what's going to happen, man. Because you can look, man, America's falling, bro. America's going down. Look at the dollar right now. The dollar is continuously falling. You understand? The dollar is continuously falling. You just see what happened with Cash App and what they finna kill Cash App and do to what, the Fed Now dollar, whatever it is. It's going away, man. You're gonna use that Fed Now dollar, and only so many people are gonna have that dollar. Your transaction might not work. Your transactions might not work, man. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. But the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. If we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, he's going to have mercy on Jacob and will choose Israel. Then with that, we're going to have rulership. We're going to have rulership because of that. You understand? Because because the Lord will choose us. Yahweh will choose us, man. And by us having brotherhood, by us keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, that will bring righteous rulership. What we read earlier in 29 and 2, that we said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When we become authority, you know what I mean? When we get into our position of authority, the people are going to rejoice, man, because we're going to be righteous rulers, man. We're not going to just unalive you for dancing on the train, for having a bad day. We're not going to unalive you for having a bad day. You understand? Because we think you stole a car, we're not going to unalive you just because you look like you stole a car. It's not what we do, man. We have laws, statutes, and commandments which we must abide by, and we will abide by them. I pray you understand. And that's it, man. So that's Isaiah 14 and 1. Let's go to Isaiah 47 and 1. Let's see what that says. Isaiah 47:1. Isaiah 47:1 says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." What is Babylon in the Bible? Babylon in the Bible is America, man. That's what Babylon is in the Bible. It's America. It was prophesied to be America. Babylon the Great. You can read that in the Bible, man. You see it matches us. It matches America. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Man, this virgin daughter of Babylon is going to sit in the dust, man. You're going to sit down and you're not going to have a throne. You're going to just sit here. Just like we have been sitting here waiting for you. You're going to sit there and wait for us. That's what's going to happen, man. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust." So yeah, you are in this high place right now. America is in this high, very high place. But it says sit in the dust. That's what America's going to do. You're going to sit down in the dust. These rulers that's over you right now, these rulers that's over us right now, they're going to sit in the dust. There is no throne for you. Your throne is over, man. Your time for rulership is over. It's time for a new rulership. And that rulership under Christ is going to be so righteous. It's going to be so righteous, man. That rulership is going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. Because we're going to do what the Most High God has told us to do. We're going to do what Most High God has told everybody to do. And everybody's going to abide by it. Just like you abide by this rulership now, man. You abide by this ruler now. He told you to celebrate Christmas. You celebrate it. And you might have your own little twist and say you don't celebrate it, but you celebrate it. What you do. But yeah, I was just, and when he says that he was not smelling out solemn assemblies, right? He says that your feast days are for nothing. You ain't gonna want none of that, man. You ain't gonna want to hear none of that. It's over for that. There is no throne for you now. All that is over with, man. All that's done. Let's go to the next verse. Let's go to the next one. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Yeah, after this one, I got one more, then we out. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3 says this: "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." And that's what we've been doing all this whole class, man. I've been showing you who the son of perdition is, who the man of sin is, who that person is. What system is that? Who controls that system? That is the son of perdition. That is the man of sin to be revealed. And he is now becoming revealed. He is now being revealed to you, so you can see him very clearly. That is not a question who this man is. You understand? We know that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. We know this. We know this to be an absolute fact. We know it. And you can see in everything that he does. This oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. And it ain't just the oppressor, the male version of this oppressor. It's the female version of that oppressor and his children too. So everything that this man does is telling you that he is a deceiver. He is a man of sin. He is not to be believed. He is not here to help you. This man of sin is to be dismissed, to be marked, and to be avoided at all costs. You understand? You got to get rid of that, man. We got to get out of this, man. That man of sin is being revealed in the earth. And so what happens? Let's go up a verse. Let's go up a verse, man. Let's go up a verse. I go up there. We go up a verse just to see what it says. Verse 2, "That you be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Christ is at hand. That day is coming, man. Christ is coming back. And Christ, when he come back, man, let me make this up a little bit bigger. When Christ come back, it's not going to be a kumbaya day. It's not going to be a kumbaya day. He's not holding hands. He's not coming to kiss babies. When your house come back, man, you got to understand, man. In this empire, man, we do not know who God is. You don't know who God is. Even when I watched that video I was talking about with Booster earlier, when he ate eating that pork and stuff, he said, he was mocking God. He said, he was talking about, he said, if you eat the pork, even if God tell him, he said, what he said? He said, even if God were to come to him right now and say, son, you shouldn't eat the pork. Like, you know what I'm saying? He mocking God. You know what I mean? Making fun of God. But you got to understand, man, God is a man of war. That's why we wear the studs. That's why we wear the attire that we wear, because God is a man of war. You understand? Yahweh said, in Isaiah, he talked about that he will have a garment dipped in blood coming from where those Edomites are. They said he will be dipped in blood as if he treaded in the wine fat, in the wine press. I got to get that scripture for you. I'll get it for another class. That's what he said, man. He's going to be dipped in blood. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. It's going to be so much of that going on that his garment will be dipped in that blood as if he treaded in the wine press. That's what it's going to be. So it's not going to be a day that we're going to just hold hands. Hey, high five, Jesus is here. Let's be happy. Nah, it's not that kind of thing. It would be for us. And for those that he is here for, those that he's saving. Salvation is up to Jews. Matthew 1:21. So it'll be a good day for us because we coming out of this oppression. We be high-fiving, but not everybody. You understand? So that's what the point is. You understand? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, that day of Christ is at hand. So let no man deceive you. That day is coming. You understand? And it was coming away with a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right. Now let me get this last one and we out. Let me get this last scripture and we out of here. Revelations chapter 18. This is by far one of my favorite verses in the whole Bible. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And as a matter of fact, we're going to read a little bit of this. Come on now. I'm going to just read up here verse 1. We're going to walk it down and we'll be done with this, all right? Can you see it? Let me make it a little bit bigger. That should be too hard. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. This is a prophecy. This is a prophecy. This is a vision that John had. You understand? Revelations is all visions, man. What is he doing? Is revelations. He's revealing things that are to come. Things that haven't happened yet, that they are to come. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1 says this. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. You understand? So he had a vision that the sky had opened up, and an angel had come down with great power. This was a powerful angel. So like it. This was a very powerful angel. This wasn't no angel that was just a little. He wasn't playing the violin with the little harp and whatnot like they try to show you in these Catholic churches. It wasn't that kind of angel. This was a great, powerful angel. And the whole earth was lightened with the beauty that shined around him. Verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. And I just told you what Babylon is. Babylon the Great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. This is just telling you how terrible Babylon is, how terrible America is. That it has fallen and is becoming the habitation of these devils, of these deceivers, of these evil things in front of you. You understand? And they have all these foul spirits. Verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All these nations have drunk this fornication, this Christianity you so believe in. All these nations have drunk of that. All these nations celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and celebrate these birthdays. Man, all these nations do this. You understand me? All these nations do exactly what America tells them to do, and America says to do. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. That's what they've done. They've committed the same sin with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So all the money America has is going to all these other nations. It's going to China to buy the goods that China has. It's going to Mexico to buy the cars that they have. It's going to Japan to buy the cars that they have. It's going to Russia. You think they're not benefiting off of Russians? Stop it. You're being ignorant. It's going to all of these nations. It's going to India to get this IT support, to get all these goods from India. All of these nations have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Then what happened? That's what this angel said. He said all that. He said a very true fact. He said it made a real prophecy. And then in verse 4, it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. He says, come out of her, man. That's what we got to do, man. We got to come out of this Christianity mindset. We got to come out of that hate between our brothers, man. We got to come out of that selling dope to our people. We got to come out of being a whore. We got to come out of that, man. Because if you continue to do it, you're going to be partaker of the things that's going to happen to them. You're going to be a partaker of that. When your hour shall crack the sky, if you're still doing the things that you're doing, you're going to take the plagues that he's got for them. You see what happened. You already see the plagues that's coming. You see what happened with COVID-19. You see what happened there. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to her double. So you think that so this oppressor thinks that you can get away with the things they've done to us. You don't think you can get away with these disgusting things, these evil things you've done to blacks, Hispanics, and natives in this empire. But the Bible tells you right here, reward her double. Reward her double. That's what's happening. That's what's gonna happen, man. This oppressor that's over us is going to be rewarded double for what's going to happen to him. You understand? Now, we can keep going on that, but I ain't going to do it. Look, man, it's a wonderful class, man. Look, the one of y'all tuning in, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. ISUPK Alabama, man. Share this class, man. Let's get this truth out here, man. Let's wake our people up to what we need to be doing, and that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and being brothers and sisters to our people so we can have righteous rulership on this earth, man. That's what we got to have. We got to have that, man. And that's the only way we're going to get out of this, man. That's the only way you're going to be able to stop the things that's going on in your community is by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's the only way. It's not going to happen any other way. It's not going to happen by you voting it. It's not going to happen by you singing it in your Christian church. It's not going to happen by you pledging it in your fraternity. None of that is going to fix blacks, Hispanics, and natives in this empire. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to stop the drugs being sold. Let me tell you what's going to stop it. By coming into the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. That's the only way it's going to happen. Because Commander General Yohana has stopped me from selling drugs. Has stopped me from being an evil, disgusting person. And he has done it for so many other people. You understand? He has done it for so many other people inside his organization, man. Look, and with that, I'm going to read these security announcements and be out of it. These are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tent in Hebrew. My Ishmael, so like 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. This is a free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. I told them to read that. I'm going to find out. I'm not sure at the moment. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, I'm going to say a majum. And one courtesy salute to the sisters. Majum, Spot, Majum, Rock, Yahweh Shamar, and Lathaba, Shim Yahweh Shai. That's what I'm talking. Give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Majum Shabbat, Majum, Rock, Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shai, Barak That class dismissed.